I used to never believe in superstition and ghosts. To me, they are only meant to haunt those who had done bad deeds. It was until recently. I had no choice. Here is how everything begun. My friend wanted to go to a shrine to be blessed. They wanted to be blessed with some luck so that they can find a job smoothly. I get it. It was never easy to find a job in Japan. Especially when there are over hundreds of people who want the same position that you want. You will need some luck. So, I went with them to the oldest shrine in Osaka. In the shrine, my friend cleansed themselves before they prayed for their blessing. I stood outside while they pray. When they came out, they put a few hundred yens into the donation box. Then, we went to the omikiji section to buy our fortune strips. At first, I did not want to get a omikiji strip. I didn't like the idea of people telling me my fortune. Then I have to pay for a piece of paper. I might as well buy a box of fortune cookies where it comes with a cookie and a fortune. Then, one of my friends said to me, what's the worst that can happen? So I bought one. When I unrolled the omikiji strip, it said Daikichi, which means very good fortune. But there was a few lines of word that I didn't understand. So I handed the omikiji strip to the man standing behind the omikiji stand. I hand the omikiji strip over to the man with the omikiji strip clip between the tips of my index and middle finger and my palm facing down. The man took a look at the omikiji strip and said, "You are a lucky man. But there is also something very unlucky coming your way." One of my friend asked the man behind the omikiji stand if there was anything I can do to avoid this bad fortune. The man behind the omikiji stand said, "What will come will come. Buy a lucky charm. Hopefully this bad fortune won't be that bad." I thought to myself, what he said is equal not saying anything at all. Then, I was always a little arrogant. I believe my own fortune lies in my own hands. I said to my friend, "Let's go. He is just trying to make me use some money." We walked to the area where they wrote their wish on a emma plate for kami to receive their wishes. After my friend finished hanging their emma plate, they went to the next stand where they picked their lucky charms. Other than the omikiji strip, I did not participate in any other activities in the shrine. But on the way out, one of my friend gave me a lucky charm. I took the charm and said thank you. I know my friend wanted me to be safe. But to me, it was just a waste of money. About a month after me and my friends visited the shrine, we had successfully found the job we were looking for. Everyone was working so much, we didn't have time to call each other anymore. I have worked for a used auto part and garage company for about 2 weeks. My senpais and I will usually go to a bar after work to relax before we go home. One night, after a few hours sitting at the bar, I had drank enough. But my senpais usually stay until the bar close. So, I left early. I had drank too much to drive. Since I don't live far from the bar, I walk home. It was dark outside. Many stores are closed. But the store's signboard's lights were open, bringing light to the dark street of the night. As for me, I was walking down the street near the Dotonbori River. As I walk, I saw an antique shop. It's weird. I never saw this antique shop before. I thought to myself, maybe they just opened not long ago. I went to the glass window of the shop and looked in. The shop was very neatly organized. Everything in the shop are in display cases. It looked more like a museum than an antique shop. As I was looking at the samurai armor that was by the window, I noticed someone walking inside the shop. I looked at my watch. It's 12:30 at night. Are they still open? I gently pushed the door. The door was still open. "Kumbawa," I said as I walked into the antique shop. But no one answered. Due to the attraction of the items on display, I started to walk around the shop. As I walked around the shop, I noticed something very interesting about the items in the shop. The antiques in the display cases had a shine as if they were new. They looked so new, I suspected them to be fake. Then, I thought for a while. If the items in these display cases are fake, why put them in display cases? If an expert inspects these items and finds out that they are fake, who will come and buy anything? Reputation is very important to a business. Then, I looked around for the price for the 16th century samurai helmet. The price was nowhere to be found. Again, I said, "Kumbawa." But again, no one answered. It was not polite to be here when the owner isn't. I was about to step out the shop. Until I came across a katana. At least that is what I thought it was. My itchy hands can't control itself and wanted to hold this weapon. So I reach out to hold this katana. But my hand hit glass. It was behind glasses. The glass was so transparent I didn't see it. I used my sleeve to wipe off the fingerprints I left on the glass. As I was wiping off the fingerprints, a voice of a man said to me out of nowhere, "Want to hold it?" I jumped. I was spooked by that man. I don't know when this man was standing behind me. To be polite, I said "Semi-masse." That man bowed to accept my apology. He was a very young-looking man. But his long hair was grayish-white like an old man. The three-piece suit he wore looked as if he was living in the late 19th century or as if it came out of a comic book. He asked me again. "Want to hold it?" "Yeah, please," I said. He slid the glass toward the left and took the katana out from the display case. He gently held out the katana for me to hold. I was impatient. "Arigato," I said to that man. I took the katana with both hands. The katana seemed to be lighter than other katanas I've held in the past. As I was about to ask this man a question. "This is a real Nihonto?" "A real Koto," said the man. The man answered the question before I asked. I thought to myself maybe a lot of people had asked the same question that I was trying to ask. Since he said it was a Koto, which means ancient blade. I gently pulled the katana out of the scabbard. It was tight, but I managed to pull the katana out. The blade looked so new. I asked the man, "Was this Koto restored?" The man seemed to know what I wanted to ask. He smiled and said, "Everything in this shop is in its original form. I won't keep it if it was not." "Wow," I said. "It's in perfect condition. How did you kept it so new?" I asked. "This is my hobby," said the man. I gently put the katana into the scabbard and said, "This must be very expensive." As I handed the katana back to the man said, "Not really. I'll trade you for something on you." "Something on me? What do you want?" I asked. The man smiled and said, "I'll take the charm around your neck." How did he know that I had a charm around my neck? I thought to myself. My friend gave me this a month ago in the shrine. Then the man said, "I saw the yarn of the charm around your neck, I guess that is what it was." That is not a fair trade. I said to that man, "You will lose too much." "That is all I want," said the man, "I like the charm and you like this Koto. What do you have to lose?" I thought to myself, since he don't mind and I like the katana, why not? So I traded the charm for the katana. The next day, I took a half day off to have the katana inspected by an expert. The expert was shocked after he looked at the katana. The expert said that the katana was about 1,000 years old. It's a Koto from the Heian period. He offered me 10 million yens for the Koto. But I rejected it. I was extremely happy to have made that trade. It's a treasure to me now. I took the Koto home. I also put the Koto into a display case and showed it off to my friends. I was proud to have this Koto. But what I didn't know was that it was also the beginning of my worst nightmare.